Alright guys, let me get everybody's stuff out here and then we'll go, we'll get on it. Almost done. Almost got them all here, guys. I usually got to put out a couple of these. Something's been switched around today. Okay. Okay, I think that's the last one. So guys, like always, let me get this set up. If you have any questions or tickers for us to look at, throw them up in chat and we'll go over them. But I think I have some good stuff to go over here today. Some interesting stuff. Plus, we have AMC earnings. I'm going to be looking at it, probably watching at least most of it. But I wanted to get y'all's thoughts on maybe thinking at the end of Power Hour if I should shut down, start a new podcast just doing AMC earnings. Or, sorry, not podcast, stream. And we can go over the stream. If any of you are new to an earnings call, anything like that, we can hit on key points, stuff like that. But I'm only going to do that if there's enough people wanting to do that. So what I wanted to, if y'all want to do that, put it up in chat, let me know. Other than that, there's a few things I wanted to go over, and one of them being the overall market and some things like that, and things to watch out for. Where we at? Here we go. So this is a Warren Buffett quote, and it's, in my opinion, it's a great quote. My favorite one, I think I'm pretty sure he's the one that said it, is the stock market is a tool to move wealth from the impatient to the patient. Now that's not word for word the way he said it, but that's the gist of it. It's to move money from the inpatient to the patient. And in my opinion, that doesn't just go for other people, that goes for us. You know, a lot of people are very impatient, including myself. Most of the money I've lost here recently is because I've jumped in too early or looking for a deal when I should be waiting for one to set up, things like that. But the reason why I wanted to bring this quote here to you guys, it is, be fearful when others are greedy, and be greedy when others are fearful. Now, this is a great quote, and it holds true for the most part. And one of the reasons why I wanted to bring this up is, have you guys heard of the Fear-Greed Index? There's a few factors that go involved in it, but pretty much it lets you know how the market's doing overall, you know. And we can see on this graph here, and I'll show you another one here in a minute, that a good mid is the 50 mark. You can even see right over here they give you 77 is extreme good, 85 is extreme, sorry, good, greed, I mean. And these were a week ago and the previous close. Just a month ago, we was at the fear level at 34, and we jumped from 34 all the way to 85 in a month, guys. Well, actually, it was less than a month if you want to go just a week back. So, this is showing And this is also good. I'll put this out on Twitter too, so that you guys can have this and come back to it. So if you got my uh, Twitter page, you can pick that up there and take a look at it. But this has a lot of good information. So let's start here. The market momentum. The S&P 500 is up 7.286% above its 125-day moving average. So that's just how much it's up above the moving average. This is further above the average than has been typical during the last 2 years. Wow. Um, Stocks have outperformed bonds by 6.48 percentage points during the last 20 trading days. Put and call options. During the last 5 trading days, volume and put options have lagged volume. Let me say that again. I'm saying that a little bit weird. During the last 5 trading days, volume and put options have lagged the volume and call options by 64.56%. Now, guys, this is good to know because we know that 70% of all options expire worthless. So if there is more call options than put options, we can assume by 64%, we can assume that the market's probably going to come down quite a bit if we assume that 70% of all options expire worthless. Now, these are just some things to hit on. You should never go on one of these alone. But guys, when you have things stacking up over and over and over and over again on uh, a certain way that the market is trending and things like that, then it's worth looking at. So we have the greed index, we have the call and put option. Let me write this down. I seen something there I wanted to check out later. So we have all that going. I pulled up this one right here too. The this is AA sentiment indicator. You can see the historical average is 36, and we are sitting right now at 53. It's considered extreme greed anything over 50, so we're sitting at 53 on that one right now. Now, one other thing. Let me bring us over to Weeble. If we go to the VIX, excuse me, this is the Volatility Index. Ooh, excuse me. Anything usually above 15 to 16, given that area, is extremely volatile. Well, starts getting extremely volatile the more higher it raises, but it's considered volatile. This usually rests within the 15 mark. I mean, if we go out here, you can see that other than some spikes here, it usually likes to stay within this low range here around the $14 to $15. Let's see if we keep going on out until some pretty volatile marks here. And we are starting to get into this $17, $18 range on it. So that is another thing. If we look at the Russell 200, let's pull out to the 4-hour. We can see here that I'd made a couple of price predictions just using some technical tricks here. We're about to reach that one, and that was an extremely greedy price prediction on a breakout. You can see how far we're extended above the 15 and the 50-day moving averages. When this index usually likes to trade and bounce off even the 50 and the 200. And we are extremely overextended on that. If we come over to the SPY, we're starting to see some fatigue in the SPY too. We can see that around this yellow line. Let me blow this up so we can see it a little bit better. I've got a lot of markings on this. I need to clean it up. But we can see that I had this trend line here. It's a little high. I rearranged things and put it a little bit further out. But around this 470, that's the all-time high for it. And it keeps butting up against this. We've had two tests. Two tests of the 470 and 4 or 5 of this 469 area. So we are butting up against it. It seems like that's where it's running up against the resistance that it's having trouble breaking out of, I guess is what I'm trying to say. If we pull back here, we can see that we are pretty much hitting this double top. And if you want to go with the yellow one, we've hit it more than a few times right here. If we get a triple top on this, and maybe you might even see tomorrow it break out and try it again and miss, that's going to be confirmation enough that, for me, that things are probably going to come down. I'm already looking at puts on this. I already played 1 or 2 earlier. Ended up getting about 15% on it. About 12% actually. But you can see right here, here's a couple of price predictions I made, just going from, I think it was here to here, and then the inner one's here too. But if it ends up breaking below that 50-day moving average, that's what I expect. So we'll see if that comes true. If it does, if we get to the extreme one here, that is 463. That would be a... Oh, wrong one. Sorry, guys. That would be a drop of almost 1.5% there. So that's well within the range of the SPY to drop that. That wouldn't even be at the point of a correction. So, what am I looking at? Right here, the 4 hour. We can see again on this one, it's been riding up this 15. It's not even tested the 50 yet. When we look back historically on this stock, it usually rides the 50 and will test the 200 every once in a while. Those big pullbacks, other than this last one right here, that we've had in the market since the beginning of the year, I think it is, at least since March, May. All the big pullbacks we've had since then has only went to the 200, except for this last one. So that should give you an idea of how the market moves healthily on its own right now, and we are far extended above that. So guys, be careful. Watch the overall SPY. This week is it's going to be a pretty popular earnings week. There's a lot of meme stocks in it, and guys, we know when one meme stock runs, the others seem to follow. We can even see that on the run up to AMC's earnings. We've had several today pop up and go wild. If we're just looking at, even like right here, we have Cron, Tilray, Fuel Cell, Skills, Hut and Mara, but those are more crypto. Klein is up, SNDL is up, SLGG is up, and this is all just, earnings. If we want to get a better look at, and I posted this on Twitter, and if you're part of the Wall Street Bets new Discord, it's there, and if you're part of the Trading Collective, it's there too. But let me pull back here and show you profile. And this one I included this time some tickers that go along with it. You can see there's PayPal, Palantir, Trade Desk, AMC, BNTX, Neo, Coin, Upstart, SoFi, Disney, Fubo, sorry, TV, Cody, Workhorse, Plug, Wish, Roblox, Clove, Spice, which is Space, yeah, you know which one that is. Affirm, OCGN, SDC, Zanga, Open. Sorry about that, guys. Give me 1 second. Sorry about that, guys. But you can see, even like things like Root, Funware, you see DWAC running, and that's mostly because of Funware having earnings this week. You know, there might be a few other things too, but that's the biggest thing I see in that. So we have a lot of things here, and once you start seeing a couple of these, like AMC, Clover, let's say OCGN, if those start doing pretty decent, start watching every one of these start going wild. Okay. Let me see. Let's go back, put it on Weevil. Let me see if y'all have any questions right now. Hey John, hey Shrug, how's it going, guys? Y'all doing all right? So these are some things that we're looking at for the overall market. Those fear and greed index, guys. I put those on Twitter. They're well worth looking into, well worth checking out. If you're into a lot of the meme stocks, you might want to look at. Crap, I'm drawing a blank on the ticker now. What is it? IWM. This is the Russell one, just like the SPY is for the S&P or QQQ is for Nasdaq. IWM's a good one for the Russell 2000. And this one's going to be a good one to follow for them. We can see that it got its pull back but never bounced there. The SPY bounced a little bit. The VIX still looking pretty volatile. So with that being said, you know, we went over the market. We know that we'll hit on it again before the end. But let's take a look now at some stocks that are running today. Now, I didn't get a chance to put out a watch list this morning, but if I would had, I did put out earlier a tweet, and pretty much it was just telling people, it says, hey guys, couldn't do a watch list this morning, watch crypto stocks on it, with crypto being up, and rumors that Musk might buy in some. They could run. Plus, watch meme stocks, have a few earnings this week, and if they start to do good, you could see the rest run. So, you know, good luck, stuff like that. So it was giving a warning to people to watch these stocks, and if you would have watched them this morning, you'd have got in on some really good ones. I got in on Cron, Bling, Fuel Cell. I mean, look at Cron right here, man. This is crazy. It's up 23%. Yeah, look at these all. That ends up 500. That ends up 30 or 312. I didn't buy options until it had run a little bit. I think I'm only up about 125, 150 on my options. But the shares I got in. When was it? It was a day or two ago. I don't remember when. But anyways, we got in it. Usually with Cron, I play these swings. If we come out of the 4 hour, we can see that usually when it drops under the 50, pretty decent, I'll buy in and hold for a little bit because you can see that it usually always pops up at least to the 50. Very rarely in cases, I mean, you see like right here, it run under the 15 quite a bit. But usually it'll run up quite a bit. If you do end up playing things like Cron until Ray, set your stop loss. That way, in case you do run into spells where they run like this, you can get out and get back in later on the next one. But we ended up buying somewhere on this dip here. Last time we bought in was right around this dip back over here. And we didn't play that one, I don't think. We played one of them in this run-up, but we didn't play the whole thing. But we can see it's doing good. Sci play. No, sorry, skills, not sci play, skills. Let me get this out of the way here. Well, if I find it there it is. So skills, when it sold off during this, I was down so much I just ended up holding on to it. And on this run up, it gave me enough to where I could sell out one, and I held one. I'm trying to find it here. Yeah, the one I ended up holding was this 18 one right here that I got. The one I ended up selling was, I can't remember. I want to say it was a 13, but it may have been the 12.5. But anyways, it's down enough right now. I mean, you see right there, the 18. It's only at 5, so might as well hold on to it. I think actually on mine it's showing it's worth $1 right now. So might as well hold on to it or let it expire worthless. It's not going to matter. It was a lottery ticket anyway. I got it cheap, so it'll go out cheap. Alright, with that being said, let's jump into some of these. Mara, Hut, all that. Hut has earnings this week. Mara had either last week or week before last. I'm actually going to play this one for earnings. If we look at, let me find the date it has earnings on. I think it has earnings this week. Yeah, Hut 8 is Thursday before opening. So that's when I will be playing for earnings. I will be playing AMC for earnings. Let's see what else we got over here. Roblox, I might play for earnings, but I'm not going to play calls. If I do, I'll play puts. Mainly because I think their user base hasn't grown. So whether or not they're in profit or not, it shouldn't matter that much. But I won't be playing this one overnight for earnings. I'll just wait until tomorrow, see how it's doing, and buy in then. I'm pretty sure that they're going to be close on their earnings and EPS and all that, but I just don't think that their outlook is going to be that great. I want to say that their user base is not growing the way it should, some things like that. Lordstown has earnings. This one I might play, but I'm not going to play it overnight again. Mainly because the volatility will end up killing you. You probably have Ivy Crush or something like that. Clove. I don't know enough about Clove as a company to play it for earnings, but it's definitely running up to earnings, so I don't know, it might do good. This will be one to watch. Zynga. Zynga is one that I'm playing, but I'm not playing calls. I picked up shares mainly because it's dirt cheap right now. I mean, it's do or die for Zynga. They just put out news about them doing a new Farmville game. So it makes me wonder, why didn't they hold that for earnings? Well, there's only two reasons not to. One is they have more stuff coming up during the earnings uh, that they can release it now, give a little bit of look at me type thing before earnings so that there's eyes on it. Another thing is earnings is going to be bad, so they're trying to get it up good before earnings. Either way, it didn't work out. Well, it might have got eyes on it, but it's not working to run it up. But it is dirt cheap. It's the lowest it's been in forever. So, I picked up like 20, 30 shares of this, and we'll just see how it goes. QuantumScape continues to kill out. Ever since this breakout over this trend, we sold a little bit on each dip, and sure enough, when this one starts hitting resistance, then I'm going to sell out this one altogether. This will be the last little bit of QuantumScape I have, so we'll end up selling out of it, and I think we've done pretty good. I mean, the first one was 13%, then 22%, and then if this one was to, like if I was to sell right now, I'd be at 46% on 50% of the stocks I bought in. Wow, that is an awesome play over the course of 10 days. 10 days, guys, less than 2 weeks, 50% on that. That's a good play. And these are all, guys, these are all ones that I call out on Twitter, out on Discord. I call these plays out. I say, hey, guys, there's a breakout coming. This might be something you want to look at. Blah, blah, blah. Even if you would have waited for the pullback and confirmation. Let's say you waited on this bounce when it crossed back over the 15. Right now, you'd be up 32% on that stock. Lucid is another one that we played. Look at this one. Now, on this one, I ended up actually selling out on this dip and buying back in on this dip. But look at that. And once again, I did my price points. So far, it's hit the first one, it's hit the second one, and we're going to see if it hits the third one. If I get resistance around this second one, I'm going to do the same thing I did with QuantumScape. I'm going to sell 20% or 25%. Then when I get up here to this next one, I'll sell another 25%. And then after that, we'll just have to wait and see if it ends up breaking a clear break below the 50 or the 15. Then I might go ahead and sell all out, or we'll just wait and see how it plays out. If it shoots up the first sign of resistance, I'll sell all out. ChargePoint is another one that we've done killer on. We got in down here on this split. When it spiked up right here over this 15 and 50, when it came back retested and bounced, we got in. We sold some as it went up and come back down. We sold some right here. And now we are up 42% on that play. And guys, if y'all been part of listening to the stream, the Discord, or Twitter, you'll know that Lucid and ChargePoint has been two of my high conviction plays that I've been calling out for weeks now. Do y'all have any stocks you'd like for me to look at right now? Anything to check out? AMD, we seen that running earlier. It's done good. Um, Blade has done good, but it looks like it's pulling back. This might be a good chance to catch it on one of those 50% pullbacks. Let's see. Let's go with the flag on it. So it's right at a 50% pullback now. If it gets a bounce, that's good. Last week, we had called out, we played Path on like the weekly level, and then I called out and said it was looking good on a bigger level. Let's see whatever materialized out of that. Yeah, see on the macro scale, the 4 hour. Yeah, see, look, it's popped up, it's come back down to the 50%, and it's bounced, and it seems to be holding pretty decent right now. We'll have to see if it'll continue out on a longer time scale, see if that's good. But as of right now, Path is looking pretty decent. What were some of the other ones? Funko was one, right? Let's see what that pullback is right here. Yeah, so here's another one. If we get this 50 to 61, so if it bounces either here to this 15 or this 200, this one could be a good pick-up play and see. Disney has earnings this week. And it is showing, look at this. If we get a retest of this 15 and bounce, that'll look good. Let's see about on the lower time scales. Oh yeah, see all these are looking good. On this last little flag here, let's see what it looks like. Yeah, 50% bounce and goes. It did cross into the 15, so as of right now on the micro scale, it's dead until we can get another cross and it looks good. But on the macro scale, the 4 hour, it's still looking like a pretty decent play for this week. And Disney, I think, is going to look pretty good. The only thing that might hurt it is I don't know its subscriber-based numbers. I would assume that it's good, but I just don't know that for sure. So we'll just have to wait and see how that plays out. I just lost my earplug. I'm trying to look through these and see what would be the best plays coming up this week. Where was we at? OCGN. Let's take a look at it real quick. So it's down after its run up. You can see that I readjusted some things here. So yeah, it's came back down after its run up. I would have thought with earnings being this week that it would have held around this $13, but it hasn't. And it might be, with these meme stocks, earnings usually ain't thought of ahead other than the week that they're in. So that may be part of it. It just sold off because it sold off. People wasn't thinking about earnings coming next week. So earnings on it is tomorrow before bell. So that's definitely not a good sign. So people are just like, fuck OCGN. If this one does bad, which let's face it, it might do it. It's going to break this trend of running up like this bullhorn trend line thing. It's going to end up breaking it. As a matter of fact, I think with the way things are going here, it's mostly standing between this green one here and this purple one here, and that's probably going to be dead for that trend line, so we can probably get rid of those after tomorrow. So I guess the question would be, is it going to consolidate out or is it going to come down? Because so far it's held this 200 pretty good. So if you get a real sold off section of OCGN, it might be worth buying the dip on this just because, people like it a lot. It has a lot of good sentiment on it. It's most likely not going to hold down low for very long, especially if you can catch it around this 672 mark. This is Dock In. It's always a good one for swing plays. You can see here, usually off the 50 bounces pretty decent with it. But even after this last one, we got the 200. Let me check back with y'all, see if y'all got anything. Alright, looks like y'all got. So AA is one, a cola. Yeah, we'll look at that one. Yeah, the market's been great. Don't get me wrong, and I'm not saying it's going to crash out, but I do think that a good pullback is coming. IE is earnings after the bell. Shrug is saying. Would y'all want to listen to the AMC earnings after the bell today? Let's see, recommendations idea for weekly swings as trading smarter, stuff like G. Yes, we can definitely hit on that, especially with GE and a couple other swing trades. And I'll show you one. I'm glad you actually mentioned that because I was wanting to make a trade by the end of the day that I forgot about. The app that I'm using is Weeble. If you look in the description down below, you can, there's a link to them. Use that link even if you don't end up using them as a broker to download. If you use that link and you decide somewhere down the road to use them as a broker, you and I both will get free stocks for it. So it kind of helps us both out. But if you use it now, you won't get nothing until you actually put money into it. But you still can use it as, sorry about that, as a ticker tool, the program. Another gooding, God, I can't talk today. Another good one is TradingView. Let me show you this one real quick. The screeners, I love their screeners. I'm actually going to end up purchasing this version of this just for the screeners. But you can see here with mine, I've got my EMA lines, the colors that I like in them. I have videos up on the channels about which indicators I use and why I use them. But you can use this one to draw on your trend lines, stuff like that. And just like I was using that one to see percentage and stuff, you can do the same thing here. Well, let me get out of that. Trash it. Trash it. Go back here. Damn it. Let me find it. I thought it was on that one. Right here, the measure tool. Click on it. And you can see right here, here's the amount and percentage, how many bars, the time scale, and the volume within that. So this is a good one to use too. It's in real time. So, And like I said, the screeners, I'm actually working on a video just on the screeners for this because it has some really cool screeners. I actually need to put this one in the description too because I really like TradingView. It's probably my second or third favorite app for trading. So usually the three I like the best is Webull, and then second, it's either got to be Thinkorswim or TradingView, and then the third would be the other one. All right. With that being said, let me get back into what y'all want me to look at. Prague, yes, we'll look at Prague. PPSI. I hope they do cut streaming prices. Yeah, I think we're due for a correction too, John. I really do. Yeah, I need to do a video just on Webull because it's got a lot of cool stuff out there. Snap, yeah, we'll look at Snap, Prague, and Fubo. So if you got any more, throw them up in there. But for right now, I want to take a look at these. So let's start with AA. Yeah, it's starting to come up. It looks like it's found support around this area. What's cool about that is, guys, I didn't even look out this way. I was going right here and right here. I was looking at these two marks to make that. And then look all the way out through here how it hits. So usually what I'll do when I'm making like a trend line, I'll pick me 2 points that's nearest to the price right now. Excuse me. And I'll mark those. And then what I'll do is I'll swing it in and see if it needs any adjusting to match the others a little bit better. That's pretty neat. So we can throw another one up right in here. Again, I was looking at these two to this side. And then look all the way out. So let's go with those right now as our main support and resistance. Let's come into the 15-minute. Yeah, I mean, this one would have been a better one to get out or get in as soon as we had this cross and the price over the 200 and right in here. But it's continuing to bounce. It's not fell under the 200 or the 50 and confirmed. So it's looking good overall. See, that's another thing. It's got that. Look at, you come up here. It says late Sunday announced plans to restart its curtailed aluminum smelting capacity at Portland. So yeah, this one's actually looking pretty decent. I'm actually going to put this one on my stocks to watch and look more into it this evening. I'm also going to set me an alert to see if it drops below this with a sharp rise and sharp fall added to it. I think that one coming from Shrug. So Shrug, that's a nice setup, man. I like that. And it's a material stocks right now. If we look at, shit, guys, I'm sorry. I got ahead of myself. Let me go back here. Here's what I was talking about on the tickers and see if you followed all the way out. Same thing up here. I was going by this one. And if you followed all the way out, it looks good. And then on the 15-minute, here's the 15 over 50 split, the price over 200. We had to retest. This would have been the best place to get in, but it's still holding good. It's still looking good. If we come up here and look, that's where it says the Sunday announced plans to restart. You can also look at the news tab. See, that's gotten pretty good news here recently. But we have the pullback to the 50, the bounce, and this is looking like a really good setup. I set my alert for right here to see if it falls below it with a sharp rise and sharp fall. So Shrug, that's a nice setup, man. I like that one. IEA, I think John gave us this one. Oh wait, no, maybe it was Shrug. I don't remember. But either way, sorry if I got that wrong. But it said that there's earnings this evening. Infrastructure. So I definitely like this one with everything going on. What is this node in here? Oh, it's just a news tab. Okay. So yeah, with everything going on right now, with the bill being passed and all that, I'd definitely be game on this one. He said I had earnings this evening too. This is one that the earnings could actually be a little weak on, and with the outlook, it could still do pretty decent. So, me not knowing enough about it right now, I don't know if I would play it for earnings, but I may play it right after earnings in the morning and see. But yeah, this has got a nice little setup on it. See, this is what I'm talking about, guys. The 3 stages of reversal. You have the sell-off, the consolidation, and the bounce, the reversal itself. We have the 15 over 50 split, the price over the 200. That would have been the best place to get in, but the fact that it's holding, if we come to even the 1 hour here, I'm sure. No, let's go the 15 minute. We can see how it's holding this. As long as it holds this 50, this one is still in place, still looking good. GE. With GE, I'm looking at GE for 2 ways. One, it usually likes to trade within what you're seeing right here, this little pouch. Even before the reverse split, we can see that it traded within a certain little sector there. This one is good for sideways trading. And what I want to do on this one is something similar, but I want to do it with call options. I have a video up on it. So pretty much you buy 2 call options and you sell 2 call options, and you make money if it stays within a certain range. The range I picked for the most amount of money is in between the 104 and the 107. And we see here, as long as it hits, it would cost me $26 for every bit of that. And the max amount I can make, right here, $74. So as long as it falls within 107 to 104, I'll get the max amount of $74. Even if it goes a little bit over 50 cents on either side, I still make, it's not much. It's my money back plus $7. But it still does give me some wiggle room. If I'm 33 cents on either side of it, I still make $41. So it's a decent little play, a decent little trade. And that's one that I'm going to pick up today. So what I did is I sold a 104 for the end of the week. I sold a 107 for the end of the week. Then I bought a 103 for the end of the week and a 108. But I have a video up on this dollar trade. The other way you could play this one is simply puts. You could do it for the end of the week and just play for a day or two, but theta is going to be real strong on it. So I'd recommend going out to the 19th or the 26th so theta don't kill you on it. Gives you a couple of days to play it. But I do think this one's coming back in that range. I was talking about the 103 to the 107. Or was it 104 to 107? Yeah, 104 to 107, that range. Prague. Prague is one that we was playing. So ended up selling out of my Prague, and bought back in today when it bounced off of the trend line here. So we've been playing prog on these dips and swings and dips and swings, and I just bought back in on this trend line bounce today. So we'll see how it goes. Who knows? It looks like prog. In my opinion, I think prog's going to do good over the long term. But right now, if you want to be safe about it, you could wait until it pops up over the 200 and bounces. That's the cleaner bet. That's the safer bet. The get out point would be if it breaks below that trend line support or the purple line here. The purple line's at 318. PPSI. Ooh, that's a nice one if you got in. Man, this is a rough one. I mean, if you're in it, what do you do? I mean, technically, you got a double top here. Me, on the 3 minute, if it broke beneath that 50, I would get out. If it was me. If I was looking to get in this one, I wouldn't right now. I would need a clear bounce off this 50 or this 200 to get in this one. Let's go for the flag up. Yeah, see, you need a clear bounce off of this 50-day in order to stay in this one. But if I was already in it, that's the way I play it. It looks like you're getting the double top here. So if you didn't get this bounce, that's where I'd be out of it and done. I don't even know if I'd hold that one overnight. Just too risky. Snap is one that I like overall. Here's what I'm talking about, the 3 stages of the reversal. You have the sell-off, the consolidation. If we can break this 50 here, like say it breaks this 50, pops up, retests and bounce. Let me give you an idea. So right here's where the price is now. Wrong one, always do that. So here's where the price is now. So if it pops up, stops, comes back, retests the 50, and then bounce, that's the way I would play that one. See that line like that, if it does something like that. Now, if it does do that, what are you looking for? Well, we know 90% of all gaps get filled, right? Technically, this sell-off here is a gap. So if it can break, if we can get a climb to break this line right here, let's make it purple so we can all be on the same page. Right? Then more than likely, at least 75 to 85% of this gap is going to get filled. So if we was to get this break above, a retest and a bounce, right? Let's see what our ROI will be. That's return on investment. So from the 50-day, if it goes all the way back up, that's 35%. If it only comes to this yellow support, or resistance, that's 28%. So Snap is looking really good right now, but it just needs a little bit more confirmation. So what I'm going to do on this one is I'm going to set me an alert for a break above that with a sharp rise, sharp fall. We can get rid of this one now. And if I get that, then I can watch for my confirmation and jump in. So the guy that was asking me about a swing trade, this one is close to setting up. Watch this. As a matter of fact, let me go ahead and put that one in my watch list for the week. Okay. See, I got asked about this this night, and we said it had earnings. Is that right? Let me make sure. Yes, it has earnings after close tomorrow. So I don't know if I would hold this one overnight until earnings, but it might be something that you can play up until earnings if it runs. I mean, yeah, as long as we get a clear bounce at or before the 50 and it stays above the 50, you could play this one. What you could do is you could say, okay, if we get this bounce here or either here or sometime before the 50, we could jump in. If it bounces here, it needs to break that area right there, the 33.74. So we could say, well, we're going to play it there. Our stop loss would be the 33.30. So we want to make sure a candle closes below that. So let's go to 33.25 as our stop loss. Oh, man. That's close enough. Okay, so that's our stop loss. Pretty much, if it keeps running, then your stop loss would be when it crosses and closes below the 50. That would be a decent play on that. Again, we've already got most of the gap fill here going on it, so this one would be a play. Yeah, this one would probably be a better play for options, to be honest, because without a clear run, it's probably just going to go to the 35.10. I mean, if we get a breakout, it could do better, but we got to play it for what we know. So right now we only know that the top is the 25.10, so we'll play it to there first. If we get a breakout, then it can keep going. But in a plan for a trade, in planning a trade, we only want to plan to what we know. All right, since we've broken through to those, let me see if you got any questions. My screen is small? Is that what you're saying? My screen is small? Let me pull it up on YouTube and see. Which screen are you talking about? Because when I pull this up on YouTube, it's showing big. Let me show you. So that's not mine, is it? Sorry, I'm on the wrong one. No, it's mine. Let's go to the end and see. Was it when I switched to something else or something? Let me go over to the browser and see. Sorry, I'm on the browser. I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. I don't know. Am I missing something? I want to try to get it right. Okay, I'm God now. No, I got what you're saying, dude. I can't type for the shit. I don't know why I'm making fun of you for it. You should see my typing sometimes. Okay. I guess maybe I did have something fucked up here for a minute. That's my bad. But thanks for giving me a heads up anyway. I'm pretty shitty about keeping all this stuff up. Yeah, behold. He, the man that steppeth in shit and comes out clean. I wish that were true. Yeah, yeah, John's right about that with the here. PPSI. I mean, that's for me, to be honest with you. As soon as that started getting rejected off that 1150, that's what I'd have done on it. But if you're in it, if you've held through that and you're still in it, then I mean, you might as well see if you get a bounce here or not. But if it breaks that 15, get out. As a matter of fact, it's 355. So you got to decide now: do you want to hold that overnight? Think about what play you're in. This seems to be a run-up play, and is it going to hold? See, you're about to get your answer made for you right here. So you gotta decide: is this something you want to hold overnight? For me, that would be a no. I would take profits and get the hell out. But you got to decide that for yourself. Let's take a look at AMC before it goes. Again, guys, if AMC earnings is something you guys would like to watch, let me know. We can do that. If not, then we'll just take a look at it in the morning. See, people's getting hesitant about holding. What's happening here? This is not shorts jumping in yet. If it was to stair step or run down, it would be. This is day traders and paper hands not wanting to hold. Uh, it's already run up pretty good. I mean, if we pull back, so the people that are not long on it, that's probably been holding it, they're like, well, this is good enough. Why risk it for earnings? But if you've been keeping up with been coming out on AMC, their profits and stuff like that, they have been killing it, guys. And the only reason why it wouldn't beat earnings is if the analyst has just made some wild, crazy predictions on it. Now, with that being said, as many people that is in on AMC, the apes and stuff, we don't need a beat. Only thing we need it to be is good. If anything good comes out of this AMC call, the apes are going to jump on this tenfold. FOMO buyers are going to jump in on it, and then it's going to do good. This, this for me could be a good catalyst for something good to start off. Now, I don't want to say this could be the start of the squeeze or something like that. What I'm saying is this could be that catalyst to get us broke up over. I mean, you can see we're already over the trend line we had set on this. So we got to pull even further back because it's been going right here. This could be our catalyst instead of living here around the $30 to $40 range, to where at the very least we could start living between the $50 and $60 range. But I don't know if this is good enough. If this is really good, look for this to probably make a new all-time high. That's the way I feel about it anyway. But you got to decide for yourself, why are you in AMC? Are you in it right now just to swing it to make a few dollars, or are you in it for the swing? Me, it's both. I have some shares that I'm holding for the swing, and then I'm playing options, or sorry, for the squeeze, and then I'm playing options for the swing. You look right around close, it's starting to pop up. Small screen again. I wonder what it's doing, man. Shit, I just realized. Okay, there we go. Oh, I see. Ah, I see what you're talking about. Yes, that's my fuck up on that. I know what you're talking about. Yeah. No, that was my fuck up that time. I know what you're talking about. That was me just not switching my screen over to this one. Sorry about that. I get to talking, get to thinking about something, guys, and I need to just learn to put it on my screen where it follows me. Was the AMC, before we go into anything else, yes, I'll look at Neo for you before we leave. Uh, So Shrug is saying that he'll do the AMC. Is anybody else interested in the AMC call? If we do it, probably the best thing to do would be to end this stream. Let me set it up for just an AMC earnings call. That way, if anybody else wants to jump in while we're at it, they can find it that way and jump in. And then I can post the link on Twitter, Discord, and all that stuff. So if that's something y'all want to do, just let me know. So with that being said, let's jump into Neo here. Make sure y'all's on the same page this time. Yeah, okay, there we go. Okay, Neo. Doesn't Neo have earnings this week too? Let me look real quick. Yes, Neo is tomorrow after close. Neo, here's the thing. I don't think Neo's going to be profitable right now. Or, I mean, have a lot of profits. I'm sorry, I'm not saying they won't be profitable. But we know that a company doesn't even have to be profitable in order to beat earnings. It just has to beat the earnings prediction. So that, I'm not even sure what that is right now. But let's, for right now, since I don't know what that is, let's just go off of what the technicals are on it, okay? Here, we'll start the day. Let's draw out some lines real quick. Okay, let's go to the 4 hour. Okay, same thing on this one right now. If we're looking at the macro scale, the 4 hour scale, if it stays above this 50, it's probably going to be pretty decent. Yeah, I mean, we have the sell off. It's coming back up, staying above the 50. Yeah, I mean, this one's looking good for a swing trade just on the technicals. Now, the question is what is it going to do on earnings, right? So since we're in this like this, let's adjust a couple of these. I want to bring this down to here and add a new one in. There. So yeah, this is the breakouts I'd be looking for. If it breaks below this one, retest, probably coming on down. If it breaks above this, retest, it's probably going to keep going up. Those areas, in case you can't see that, let me move these. Oh shit, let me just show you here. That's 43.84 on the top end, and that's 41.58 on the bottom end. So those are the key areas I'd be watching on those. And then you just really got to know, what are the earnings predictions? Oh, damn, I'm blowing up over here. What are the earnings predictions on AM or Neo, and how have they done this quarter? Have they been making money this quarter? What is the outlook? Are they? Do they have any deals coming up? Do they have any plans to release new vehicles? Things like that. Those are the things you want to look at when it comes to earnings, right? But just on the technicals alone, yeah, I mean it's holding there. Just watch this rejection at the 43.87. It needs a clear break above it to continue staying bullish. Let me see. Yeah, I mean Neo. I like Neo as a company. I think Neo's pretty decent. And they have the China market, right? And let's face it, if China bucks down on things like Tesla and stuff like that, Neo's going to be the ones to benefit. Um, so Neo's in a good position. I mean, they're good. So would I play options on Neo for earnings? No, I wouldn't. But um, if it's something you wanted to hold long on, it's probably going to bounce back if it does sell off. Just me personally, when it comes to the EV plays, I'm more into things like Lucid, uh, things like that. I think it's going to do a little bit better. But uh, just, I don't know. I guess I've not played Neo in a while, mainly because of it being a China stock, and that market's a little kind of funky right now. But I'm always in for it, whether it's a China stock or not. I'm always in for it on a short swing play. But just holding it long has me a little iffy. Um, just the way things are going over there right now, I just don't know about holding anything too long there. But that's just my opinion. Um, I know people feel differently about that, but Neo as a company and their setup is actually set up pretty nicely. I mean, it's not bad. They're in a good market. It's just really the Chinese government with the Hong Kong exchange that has me a little worried about it. AMC earnings out. Let's take a look at it real quick then. Uh, da, 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 da. Here, let me put you all over here too so you can watch it. Let's see. Come on, you slow ass internet. AMC. What do you mean? Are you kidding me right now? I need to give me the full amount here. Oh my God. I don't want the EPS. I want everything else. It's not showing here on this one yet. Did y'all say it is out? I see the EPS. Man, who keeps blowing my phone up? Okay. You might hear my son come through the door right here in just a second. Do y'all see what it is yet? Let's see. Okay. Yeah, I'm not seeing it neither. Usually the earnings itself will be out and then they have the call. So we'll just have to wait and see what they are. Yeah, I'll have them ready for practice. Give me 1 second, guys. Okay, there. Just had to tell my son that you need to get ready for ball practice. Earnings should be coming through any minute now on it. We may just have to keep refreshing here and see. Not yet. Oh, that's all right, man. Shrug said Fed is warning risky asset prices. Crash warning. Shrug, would you send me that link, please? Either on Discord or Twitter. When you get that. Let's see if we, before he sends the link or anything. That's on the 5th or 6th. Well, that's somebody just predicting. What is this? I don't know if it's an opinion piece or what. Let's see. I think this might be an opinion piece, so we'll come back to that later. That's definitely going to be an opinion piece. AMC's still not in. AMC stock is dipping just a little bit in after hours. Let's take a look at it. Uh-huh. 5 million shares traded to in the large lump sums. It's August 9th. Yeah, they don't have it on here neither yet. Yeah, look, everything's consolidating until they hear either way. Here we go. See, look at the... AMC 6-minute. Guys, let me, you know what? We'll just go ahead and watch it on here, and I'll post it later. I'll edit it and cut it into a separate thing so people can watch it later if they want to. Let me, let me find it here. And guys, I may, there may be a time or two I might have to jump up and, you know, get my son some clothes and stuff ready for basketball. If that happens, I'll just mute my mic and leave them talking. There should be a link on here where we could watch it. Does anybody have the link to the AMC earnings call? I'm having trouble finding it. I've never seen an earnings call so hard to find. Oh, right here maybe. Please be it. Okay, I think I've got it. I've registered. Okay, well, there we go, found it. Okay, it's saying right here that the earnings is 25 minutes away. Let me show y'all here. There we go. So I think this will give me time. Let me go ahead and let me check one more time for an update, see if they've released the numbers yet. Nope. Is AMC popping? Oh, it popped up and then crashed right back down. Oh shit, I don't know what to do. That's got to be in then. If it's doing that, it has to be in. Ah, fuck you and your subscribing shit. What? Give me 1 second, guys. Let me let the dogs back in here. Alright, sorry about that. Let me see if I can pull this up now. But there it is. Both of them's a beat. AMC. The surprise is 16% on EPS and 7% on earnings. Yeah, son. Suck on that at one time. Guys, I'm sorry about this. This is my wife. Give me 1 second and I'm going to put up AMC's chart while I do this. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay, guys, sorry about that. So probably what we're seeing right here on this. Usually a couple of things happen with earnings. Well, in stocks in general, you usually see retail buying of the morning and the big guys buying of the evening. So that's probably part of the reason why it's not doing this after the earnings beat. The second thing is they're probably waiting on the earnings call. So we'll just have to wait and see how that plays out and see. You said AMC had a loss, but right here it's showing a beat. Did I read that wrong? Am I seeing that wrong? Yeah, look, 11/8/2021. The EPS surprise is 16% to the good, and the revenue surprise is 7% to the good. Yeah, see, they estimated it to be negative 53 cents on EPS, and it got a negative 44, so it beat it by 16%. And then on revenue, it had an estimation of 708 million, and it got 763 million. So it actually beat earnings. It beat on EPS too. Look right here. Let me pull it up on your screen. Browser. Right here. 11/8/2021. They estimated a negative 0.53 and it got a negative 0.44. So it actually beat with the surprise of a positive 16% on revenue and earnings. Just because it's in the negative doesn't mean it's not a beat. When they say it beat earnings, then it beat the expectation. So it's actually raised up. They was expecting it to be a negative 53, and it actually was only a negative 44. Needs what? Oh, Tiller, I might need a pack. Sorry about that, guys. But yeah, that's how the earnings go. It really don't matter if it's a negative or a positive as long as it beats the estimates. Well, that's the question. I think what we're seeing is some holdout to see what the call is going to be, because I don't know what else. Because most retail either can't buy after hours or doesn't know how to buy after hours. So when you're seeing stuff after hours, usually most of the time it's the bigger guys doing it. So that's probably one of the reasons why we're not seeing things take off now, is they're waiting to see what the earnings call will say. Um, so my guess is we're not really going to know, and we're just going to have to wait and see A, how the big guys feel about the earnings call and the things like that, or B, wait until morning and see how retail feels about it. I mean, I already picked up some extra shares, and I've got a few calls too, so I'm in it now. I mean, I guess I could sell my shares if I needed to, but if this ends up being a miss, I'll probably just hold on to them until next time. AMC always swings back up, so if it misses, just hold on to it until the next round. It ain't like AMC ever stays down for the count. I mean, look, ever since the last swing up, down, up, down, up. I just for once want to see it above this trend line. That's what I want. I mean, we're above it now, but I want to see it confirm above it. Oh, what call price? Okay, it took me a second there. So the calls I ended up picking up, I went out to the 19th, just in case I wanted to hold longer. Where we at? 19th right here. And I picked up the two big ones. So the first, I ended up getting 4 calls altogether. I picked up one for the 50, and well, I thought it was 60, but here it says 55. Because I know I went with the first two big volumes. And then I picked up a 45. Or two 45s. But I thought it was a 60, but this is saying 55. Let me check and see. Let me check my phone real quick. I did get a 60. But here it's saying that the bigger number is 55. So either that's changed or I read it wrong. So, anyways, I got a 50, a 60, and two 45s is what I got for the 19th. Normally, if I wanted to hold a little bit longer, I'd go out a month. But I end up swinging AMC a lot on calls, so these ain't nothing. Even if it was going to be a big loss, I wouldn't hold them very long, just because I can end up selling and making it back soon. One thing you can count about on AMC is it will swing. It never stays up or down for too long. What time are we on? If my wife don't end up getting here, guys, I may end up having to take my son to the game myself, or the ball practice myself. Let me see when that call is supposed to be up. $10. 10 minutes. Let me text her here and see when she's going to be here. Let me do this just in case I end up having to take him to ball practice. Let me right here. I'm going to post this page to Twitter. And all thing you got to do is click on webcast. You just have to give your name and email address, and it'll give you a link to watch it. In case I'm not able to do this here. Because I thought she was going to be home, but I'm not so sure now. I know I should have made more money in the stock market today. She'd be home with me if I did. Oh, God, no. John Bub, I understand, man. You have a great day. Come back tomorrow, man. We'll get back into it. Man, oh man, oh man. Let me, oh, look, it might be about ready to break under the 200. We'll just have to wait and see what it does. Let me check the SPY out real quick. I want to see what it's doing in the after hours. Oh, yep. Our SPY boy's coming down. Look, it popped under, retested, got rejected. I ended up picking some SPY puts out during this dip. Something I'm not actually day trading, so knowing my luck, it'll probably go up. Yeah, look, right there. I spoke up. No, maybe it was just a fake thing. Man, let me refresh this. It's acting weird. Okay, guys, so this is what I'm going to have to do. I'm going to have to end up taking him to ball practice. So let me show you here real quick on this so that we all know. If you want to watch it, I posted this on Twitter. So just come to my Twitter page. Go to the Investor AMC, blah, 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 whatever. Click on it. You go to webcast. Give him your information here. And then you click on that. And it'll let you in. So that's all you got to do. Guys, hit that like and subscribe button. I appreciate it. See, I told you the damn SPY would go up. Appreciate everything. I appreciate you coming and hanging out with me. I hope everything that we talked about today helps you out in some way. And I hope you make plenty of money, guys. But you guys have a great day, and we'll see you next time, okay? Thank you. Bye.